sit down and look at it if you want. So the first page is the non-caster assets, so that anybody could take those. And then the next page shows 8 of those, and then there's 8 of them that are only for casters. So that's a total of 16 new assets. If you spot any errors, you know, you kind of fix those as you go. And then also just think about, does it make sense also, you know, does it fit? Is it clear what it means? Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp, and we're going to go officially live in a little less than 4 minutos. Got a lot of fun stuff to go over today. Got a fun stuff to show you. I have stuff. I have things. I have stuff. And then I have stuff.
But do you have things?
And things. And then I got stuff. And some things and some stuff. So yeah, stuff and things. If you are into stuff and things, be sure and hang out for just a little bit. Who else on here? David and Kyushu. Do you have a card for castor oil? Carl Floyd. No, I do not.
It's cast iron as spell.
What'd you say?
Cast iron. David suggested that.
Cast iron.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I just think that's a spell.
A spell. To cast iron.
You know, like a gun.
Okay.
Or cast iron, the metal.
Okay. Yeah. Or the 80s heavy metal group, Cast Iron. They rocked. They were...
I'm glad somebody does.
They were incredible. Cast Iron! Hello, Pittsburgh.
I can't read.
What?
Can't read.
All right, well, come on over and join me then. Hey, everybody, look, it's Bessy. We're going to go officially live in a little less than 2 minutos. Hello, Eric Miller. Eric Miller, I think I sent him his stuff. Howdy from Historicon. Oh, Randy, you dirty dog. DW Lowe says he loves stuffing things. Yes, indeed. Cast iron skillet. Cast iron is a bad pun. Turkey is my favorite stuffing things. Oh, okay. All right.
Turkey stuffing is a...
That should be a thing.
Classic.
Howdy. Castor oil. Idiot got Bob on here. Number one. So, I didn't have any. I wasn't consulted on the ranking thingy, the little crown thingy. That just kind of popped up one day. So don't blame me for that. That's YouTube shenanigans. I don't even know if it can be shut off. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of amusing, but funny at the same time. All right, William Schmidt-Matson, I have a prize for you, and I don't think you've claimed it yet. So you won on the drawing on, so if you did already send it in, I don't know, maybe it was eaten by the wild badgers that roam Casa Pulp Alley. But claim your prizes, those of you that won prizes. Chad Mastbergen and Nay have not claimed their prizes, and William Schmidt-Matson have not claimed their prizes yet from last week. And that means it's the 8 o'clock hour, and we get to say a little something along the lines of, "Hi, Bessie, how you doing tonight?"
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
You got your microphone on?
This time.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. So I've been working a lot on the magic rules when I get time to work on that sort of thing. So that's coming along really nicely. I just finished up a couple pages of arcane assets. You could call them magic items if you want to. Um, so there's 8 of them that can be used by just about any sort of character, as long as you pay the resource points, right? So you got to pay up the resource points, and then you get the cool little item. Um, and then there are 8 of them that are specific only to casters. And that's basically because that they help with casting spells. It's not, that they're... so that's kind of what these 16 or so assets are kind of geared towards magic stuff. So you're not going to find a bunch of these won't be geared towards, just something like giving you a +1 to your shooting or something like that. That's not really what these are. These are really kind of geared towards fleshing out the magic rules a little bit more. I have a museum. My room is full of arcane assets. Hello, Barnjeski. Hello, Rick. Hello, Neil Morgan. Thank you all so much for joining us today. So, I'm really happy with the spells. I ran into a little bit of a tricky situation when I was trying to get them to fit in the book. I had to take a hammer and beat it, and I beat it so hard that the whole page turned sideways.
That's a bad joke.
That was a bad joke. But that's what happened. So, right now, we're feeling like the 4 or so pages that are going to include the spells will be turned sideways. Now, the nice thing about that is that this is the style of book that the magic will be printed in. This is what we're planning to do, is this, with the stapled spine. So it'll be very easy to open it up to the pages with the spells, and it'll all be listed down through there. It was just really awkward trying to get the columns to fit on these pages without drifting over, and it just looked really messy, and the best way to do it was just to shift the pages sideways. So,
and because it lays pretty flat.
Yeah, and this style of book lays absolutely flat. So it's very easy to do that sort of thing with this style of book. So there'll be basically 2 pages of enchantments and then 2 pages of the ephemeral spells here. So that'll be that. So ephemerals, and I was looking at kind of, oh, what happened over here? Oh, I was looking at maybe doing more spells, but I think I want to just kind of focus on what we have to start with, and then if we want to add more later, we can add more later.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're also looking at doing summoning spells, so you can summon up stuff and things, because I'm a big fan of the stuff and things. That's a lot of plastic. And then also ritual spells I thought would be fun. Are there magic missiles, heat-seeking, or radar-guided? Yeah, there are shooty spells. There are shooty spells in there, so there's blasty spells. Yeah, check this out. So I've been playing with this stuff recently. We're thinking about starting the Lemuria campaign in a couple weeks. I'm fairly sure I'm going to use these Aztecs for our Lemurians. I think that kind of fits and kind of fun. Are all the lights on? Yeah. Okay. It just feels dark.
It does. Maybe with the green, it's unpainted.
Maybe. So I think I'm going to use these guys for my Lemurians. I was kind of thinking about using these lizard men as my mucklings. I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to have time to work on it, so I may just end up using my skinks, my old Warhammer skinks, and not doing these for this go-round. But anyway, that's what I thought would be some really neat muckling types. But I've also been getting some of these... What?
Alakablam. With a joke.
Kablam. So this is a set that I just recently got and having a lot of fun with this one. This is Villagers, classic fantasy Villagers, and it comes with like enough stuff in there to make 24 multi-part hard plastic 28 millimeter figures, but it's just like crazy stuff. It's like wacky crazy. I don't even think I can even show you all the coolness that it has in there. Just all kinds of heads, female bodies, male bodies, crazy amounts of heads, all sorts of crazy things to put in their hands. Just a really, really neat set. And if you don't feel like you need 24 of them, we have the individual sprues available where you could just get one sprue of them, and I think that's enough to do like six characters, because I stole one off of this one. This isn't one you could buy, but this is one I started on. So just really, really cool heads, really cool bodies, just a great assortment of villagers that you can put together, and my silly little beggar guy that I put together to start with. We also got some more of these cool werewolves in. These are neat. I was really happy with these, and I was able to get a couple of them put together. Check this out. Oh, werewolves of London. Oh. So there's that guy, and there's this one here, and they scale. They are not enormous compared to like characters. As a matter of fact, they're just kind of in line with what the humans are scaled to. Yeah. Well, they don't grow into huge monsters when they transform. They just kind of maintain their
No. I've seen
size.
all the movies.
So he's a little bit bigger, I guess, but not significantly. Not hugely bigger. So those are really good. And again, the box comes with enough parts to make 20 of them. Well, if you don't need 20 of them, we have the individual sprue. And I think it's either 4 or 5 that you could do out of that. So that's really nice. Here's a look at what those lizard men look like. Those are pretty cool. I like those. Crazy amounts of heads. So they have these heads here. So I think each sprue can make 3 characters. And it has this group of heads that does, like, I guess you'd say that these are almost more like serpent men. Almost more like snake heads in a way, in my opinion. And these are some cute little heads over here. These are almost like gecko heads or something like that, I think. Look at those.
Oh yeah, that looks very gecko.
Yeah. And then there's these. They even have a few of them with lizards wearing gas masks. And it has some weird stuff in there. It has like look at these, some automatic weapons in there.
Sure.
Some muskets and some other, just oddball stuff. It has some spears. Like, check out this, weapon here. Some sort of rifle, flintlock rifle sort of looking thing. Really neat. Really neat. Anyway, that's those. I don't know. I don't have all these added to the store yet, but they will be added shortly. They'll be added before the night's over. The peasant levy.
Ooh, okay, Vern. So look up the Wolf's Hour. Very cool story about a lycanthropy spy during World War II.
Oh, very interesting. Got the peasant levy here. Those look really nice. More like fighter types. More like, you could use these for brigands. You could use them, for obviously peasant levy. But, that sort of thing. Really neat. Really neat. I'm liking those. And again, if you don't need 30 of them, we're going to have the individual sprues available. The foot sergeants. These are really nice. So, very cool. Very cool. Again, 24 of them in there. But if you don't need 24, maybe you could use 4 or 5 of them. And we have this set here. This is called Citizens of Rome. 30 multi-part hard plastic figures. Really cool. So enough parts in there to do them as just gangs of Rome wandering the streets. You could also do them as gladiators and bandits and just different stuff like that. So a nice assortment of different options to use for the heads and the bodies. Really, really cool. So anyway, that's enough of that. Anyway, a bunch of new plastic stuff. It'll be added very soon before the night's out. I'll try and get all of these added over there onto the Pulp Alley store. But I also wanted to show you this thing here. This is from Sarissa. Do you guys do Sarissa stuff? Do you guys do any of the Sarissa precision stuff? This one, I'm not sure. This picture, I don't know if it's really showing up very good.
Pretty good.
It's the shanty boat. And I was looking at this and I was going, my gosh, that's the sort of thing I could put anywhere. Like I could put this in the China Sea. I could put it in, the Amazon. I could put this in a Louisiana bayou. There's just all over the place that you could put. It's basically a little shanty houseboat. And those are all over the place. You can put them anywhere. It's part of their Retro Americana range, but man, that's what I look for when I'm looking for something like this. I'm always looking for things that I can just use over and over and over again. If I have ships on the table, chances are I could stick something out like this out there, regardless of what the setting was.
Yep.
It could be out there. It could be floating in the Thames, right? I mean, it could be anywhere. It could be in London and
Sheboygan.
wherever. Sheboygan. It could be in Sheboygan. They have shanty boats just like this. I've seen with my own eyes in Sheboygan. Really excited about the new Magic rules. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to start playtesting them within a week or two. I'm not sure that we'll get them into this week's Sunday game, but we are going to start kind of kicking the tires on them and letting you guys kind of see how they work a little bit. Bob, Dave, do you make Pulp Alley as an excuse to buy more minis? Not really. Not really, Bob. I tell you what, I much rather use my old minis than buy new minis. Like, I've reached that point in my life that I would rather use my old minis. So that's, if there was a reason to make Pulp Alley, it was so that I could use all the miniatures that I have and not have to buy any more.
Although, to be fair, I think he's like, oh, I'll add it to the store. And then he's like, well, I mean,
yeah,
I'll take one out and then we'll just sell sprues.
Yeah.
I think that often happens.
Okay. So that's also why I like even using the same miniatures, our same miniatures over and over again. I hate the idea of, like, selling you guys miniatures and then saying, well, this is the setting, this is the league, this is what they're used in, yada, yada, yada. I would rather, like the cultists, Minerva's Mercenaries. Yeah, we're going to have those as cultists in the Tomb of the Serpent. Why make brand new miniatures when we can... I want to be... That's like how I think as a player. I want to be able to use my miniatures. I already have miniatures that work for that. Why do I want to go out and buy new miniatures and have to paint those up? I would rather use the miniatures I already got. So...
And you have a lot.
I have a few.
He has a lot.
I have a few, Clyde. You know where I'm coming from. Lemurio campaign, probably going to start within the next 2 weeks. And again, the way that's going to work is that we're going to pick out 2 leagues, possibly Captain Wolf's League, possibly Danger Incorporated. And those will be the 2 leagues that will play through the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So each week, as, for example, when we have DW and Vern playing on August 10th, they will be playing those leagues. Mm-hmm. And then the next week, when it's, Sean Hudson or whoever it is, right, then they will have the choice to play one of those two leagues. And those will be the leagues that will be played through it. So rather than assigning
DW.
specific, only seen a couple of minis when I've been, that is true.
That's because you took all the other ones.
That is true. That is true. It's the cost-effective method.
Marissa is my go-to for MDF.
I think as I get older, it gets harder and harder to paint miniatures too. And I would, I already have painted miniatures, like.
And some of them were really well done.
Yeah, I want to use what I got. I want to play with what I have. So, there will be several figures. Ramjeet will make a reappearance as a NPC in Tomb of the Serpent. There are some new figures in there, but there's stuff that we didn't have. There's stuff that we didn't already have. The Serpent Dancers are crossed over from Golgo's Assassins. Yep. So they're moving over into the campaign as well. So those are figures that we're going to have in there. Now, the box set, and we are planning to do a box set of Tomb of the Serpent. It's going to have a set of the like the cultists, the minions, and stuff like that.
They have to be color coded. They never travel without uniform.
But the good thing about that is you're gonna want more than probably what we included the initial box set. So we'll probably only put like 3 in there because that's a good number to kind of cover a lot of stuff. But if you have another set of them, if you have 6, that's probably the sweet spot. Yeah. Once in a while, you might need a few more, but for cultists, you could use practically anything you have on your shelf.
You need 2 sets of the triplets.
If it's displayed in a cabinet, it doesn't count.
The cabinet's the whole wall.
Clint says more minis is never a bad thing. I guess it depends, brother. It kind of depends. Like, I've reached the point in my life where I've decided.
You also have a lot more than maybe other people.
I don't think I do, baby. I think you overestimate me, or maybe those underestimate them. I bet you most of the guys that are watching right now have very close, if not more miniatures than I have. I would just. I'm not counting that room. I'm not counting that room. But I'm not counting this room.
So now we're starting to navigate.
I'm just counting that room over there, not in that room or this room. Obviously, I'm not going to count. I'm not going to count this room. Obviously, I'm not going to count this room. So that's everybody's
homework. I want number counting of how many miniatures you have.
I'm talking about that room in there.
The small closet on the side.
That room. Okay. Over there. Not this room or that room.
They don't count if they're for work. See, that's why he made Pulp to excuse any miniatures.
They don't count if they're for work. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Don't forget to join us October 16th to the 18th in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Make plans right now to come join us. We are going to start offering up the special package deal for and do not feel obligated to buy it. Like, I am possibly the worst salesman in the world. There's absolutely nothing in there that you need to come join us in Pulpalooza October 16th to the 18th. There's no ticket. There's nothing you have to bring with you. The stuff that it's going to have
makes you one of the cool kids. Is what it does.
But hey, Chad Mastbergen, I need you to claim your prize. You want your
leg wound.
You have a prize. I apologize if you've already sent it, but please claim your prize. You won a card last Sunday. So I need you to claim your prize. William Schmidt-Matson also, I need your prize. Do we include 172nd, 132nd figures?
No, we don't count those in the total tally.
Okay. All right. See, I'm
being nice.
I'm doing fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
It's not a lot.
Okay. So it's gonna have like I'll show you some of the stuff that I'll show you what the package is gonna have.
They're high end, okay?
So now there will be two things. So we are gonna make the package available to people that are not going. So if you're not going to Pulpalooza, you can still get the commemorative
War disc.
So there's going to be the commemorative war disc, Amish war disc. So you're going to get one of those in the package. You're going to get a lovely bright orange, red, whatever color you want to call it, Pulpalooza 2025 Albuquerque, New Mexico. You're going to have a big honkin' sticker. This thing is huge. Look at the size of this. It's at least 14 inches, possibly more than that. And some might call it a bumper sticker. I will, you choose, you live your life however you want to live it. And then there will be commemorative cards. There will be the brand new limited edition Great Ganga special for that. There will be a Hey Palooka card, and there will be a Let's Go Again card. And then the other thing that it will have in there will be a customized name card. So again, it's not a requirement. What did we do with them, baby?
I don't know. They're around here somewhere.
A customized name card that we will actually have printed on the premium cardstock, like all of our cards are printed on. So if you want that, you can get that.
You carried it off
It's not necessary by any means. And we'll have blank ones at Albuquerque, so you can write on it. How many names can we have on the card? One, Bob, and yours will only say Bob.
Oh.
Bob!
Bob?
Bob!
Oh, Bob!
Well, you get to pick what name you want on there, and it does have to fit within a small space, so don't get crazy with what you want on the name. You can either put your first name and last name, you can put your first name and your city. World's Most Dangerous, Bob.
Okay.
He wants Clyde. Clyde Dashing. You can put
Choose
what city or state you are. Like Bob from...
Everybody could be Clyde Dashing.
From Kentucky. There will be two items that will only be available to people that are going to Albuquerque. Mm-hmm. And the reason is because they are too difficult to ship. And I'm not going to try to ship them to you.
And we live our life as undifficult as possible.
Undifficult as possible. A nightmare. As we bounce from one nightmare to the next. So there will be a couple items that will only be available to the folks that are going to go.
One more reason.
Those will be fairly large, bulky items. Those of you that went last year probably have an idea of what at least one of them is, but we'll
giraffe? A horse.
A giraffe.
A dog.
You got it
Everybody
right.
gets a dog.
Carbon dioxide can be difficult to ship. Interesting. Eric Miller. I need a supercomputer
to calculate.
To count my collection. Interesting. Yeah, I'm partial to undifficult. I am too. That is how I choose to live my life. It's hard. It's hard at times being undifficult, but
no, it's not difficult.
Life jumps up and bites you and goes, "Oh, I don't think so." That's it for tonight.
I think it is.
That's it for tonight. Lemuria campaign starting in a couple weeks. Who knows if I'll get anything ready, but I'm going to try to get a few things ready for the Lemuria campaign.
And if not, we have a bazillion models pre-painted, ready to go.
Yeah, but I'd like to get a couple things ready for it.
That's how it starts.
So we are just going to be playing through it. Obviously, we're going to use the second edition rules, but we are playing through it as
Bob has ducks.
What?
Oh, I want a duck. I could do without the ferrets, but I like the ducks. And chickens.
That's right. That's right. That's absolutely. Okay. Bessy, play us out of here.
Oh, excuse me. Bob's wife has ducks, not Bob.
Bob's wife has ducks.
Maybe she doesn't trust him with it. Bye!
Thank you, guys.